What's up, Hex fans? This is Dwight here with Retro Crypto Channel. Got a scary video today. It's not really scary, but man, you look at that wall behind me, all I see is oof, a lot of red. But yeah, Bitcoin's pulling back today, but we'll talk about that. Yeah, but this video is 100% Hex. All we're going to talk about is Hex and things that affects Hex directly. All right, but before we get started, got a couple of messages. First one, please hit that subscribe button. It helps me out immensely. It sends traffic to my channel from YouTube. It motivates me. It lets me know I'm making a difference out there. Also lets me know that that the word about Hex is getting out there. So hit the subscribe button. At the bare minimum, hit the like button. The like button triggers the YouTube search engine algorithm, so it shows it to more people, the video to more people. So between those two things, massively makes a difference. And if you don't really care about me, well, I'm sure you care about getting the message of Hex out there. So it's a win-win scenario. So go ahead and do those two things for me. And while you're doing that, I have to do this disclosure. I am not a financial advisor. I'm just an ordinary guy out there on the internet with a passion for cryptocurrency. It's essential that you do your own research before you make any and every financial decision. All right, guys? All right, now with that said, we're going to look at this wall of shame behind me. Well, it's not really a wall of shame. Let's call it lava. Richard Hart calls it lava. And let me tell you, if it's too hot, get out the kitchen. You know what? I'm not even sweating yet. You know what I'm saying? We'll be okay. And I say that because I only deal with, I only put serious amounts of cash in projects that I believe in, and I believe in their founders and their devs. And Hex, Richard Hart, goes without saying. All right. But yeah, Bitcoin's making a heck of a pullback. Now let's see what's causing all this. There's the fear and greed index chart there. It's a little helpful thing here. I'll put a link to this if you guys want to save this. But the market's in fear right now. It's not in the greedy mode. As I always say, people hate when I say it, but there's an old saying by Warren Buffett: "Be greedy when others are fearful." And no, I'm sorry. Yeah, be greedy when others are fearful, and fearful when others are greedy. So I've learned that if I, for the most part, do the opposite of what the market's doing, you're going to come out on top. So today will actually be potentially a buy day, potentially. Bitcoin, nasty pullback. This is that line that held for resistance, and we need this line to hold. If it doesn't, it's going to affect Hex. Hex is going to do, more than likely going to do a pullback, but Hex does seem to always do better during the overall market pullback. So I wouldn't doubt it, after the initial shock's over, turn into a positive for Hex. All right. And we're going to jump over here. Let's take a look at Hex today, guys. Hex, Hex, Hex. See what we have going on this chart here. Oof. Okay. All right. Well, we had a point of resistance here that Hex broke through on January 15th. It was exciting times for all of us. I actually broke through it a little bit before that on the 14th, and it looked like it was going to make it on the 15th, and then it hit a heavy rejection, pull back, hit another rejection, pull back again, and right now we're bouncing around down here at the bottom. Nobody really knows what's going to happen, but it's definitely doing a vicious pullback. The 20-day moving average is on the bottom of everybody, which is horrible. Then you got the 50-day moving average coming right along. It's already did the cross with the 200-day, and it is currently crossing the 100-day. So the moving averages for Hex is horrible right now. But I'm not really overly concerned because, like I said, Hex, it does fall in line with the rest of the market, but it doesn't. The RSI is at rock bottom, so it's severely underbought right now. I did something awesome today, off topic, guys. I actually had to close out, and it was a fairly large stake, and $39. I almost took a picture of it so you guys could see it, because $39. It felt good, real good. Now, when Pulse Chain comes out, man, I can't wait, because I really want to do a ladder scenario. I want to close out a stake every 2 weeks, maybe start 2 years out, or even a year out, and push it from there, and then have it close every 2 weeks, maybe a month, but I think in 2 weeks is better. And that way the money flow is always flowing. But it can't be done right now with the rates that's being charged. So I'm just going to sit on it and wait for Pulse Chain, because that is going to be a game changer for Hex. You think Hex is big now? Hex might become number 2. I don't know if Hex will bump out its potential actually, but I don't want to too much hopium. But Hex is doing this good, and it's being held down, viciously held down. Because how many of you guys watching right now would have probably 2 to 3 times more stakes rolling right now if the fees weren't $200, $150? You get excited for $40. You know what I mean? All right, so going back to the chart here, guys. Kind of went on a little tangent, but it was pretty exciting today. I'm sure you guys can relate. Let's see what we got here. All right, so we got the favorite retracement dragging from the top down because we are definitely on a downward trend. You can see this arrow. I could draw a line, but I don't think it's necessary. We're definitely on a downward trend. Like I said before, until we push past this 50% point right here, it is all irrelevant. And we are on a steady downward trend with no immediate end in sight. Matter of fact, while we're in here, because I may actually do another video today, you never know. I like doing videos. So we're going to do this trend line. We got a vicious trend going on here. We need to break this trend. If we don't break this trend, it's just going to keep going on and on. So hopefully, at some point, we'll be back over this trend. If this thing would just let me, so I can keep going. That's why I like doing these ahead of time. Oh, I see what's wrong. Here we go. Sorry, guys. So yeah, so we need to really break this trend line right here. All right. Want to see it work its way out and push back past it. That way it's obvious. Opposite direction, right? All right. Right now, Hex is on according to this, it's on a bearish trend on a MACD right here. So that would mean that it is on the underbought side. Somebody made a point about, I kept saying bought. I'm sorry. I know it's bought. I'm not dumb. It's a little tricky doing these videos, let me tell you. Let's see right here. We have the Bollinger Bands. Hex is literally hugging the bottom, so it's on the underbought side, and MACD, same one. All right, let's talk about PulseX. PulseX. Let's refresh this. There has been $930,923,443 worth of sacrifices towards PulseX. That is absolutely amazing. I was looking for some numbers. Maybe one of you guys can leave a comment, but I wanted to compare it to Pulse Chain from today. Like I found some numbers, but people have continuously been sacrificing even when they weren't supposed to be, up until recently, actually. So if somebody could point me in the right direction, I would love to see the total. Just leave a comment. Leave a comment, suggestions, questions, anything, guys. Comments draw traffic, and I love it. Get that communication going. Right here, we can see that the current sacrifice rate is $1.55 per 10,000. I mean, you get 10,000 points per $1.55 that you sacrifice. And it was like a little bit over a week ago now. It was only $1. So it is amazing to watch that move forward. And you can see we're quickly approaching that $2 point. So if you want to sacrifice, if you're holding back, if you're not sure, if you want to go harder, you want to go, you want to sacrifice more, do it now. Don't do it later. Because I remember with Pulse Chain, I sacrificed a crap load. And I had some pretty big chunky amounts towards the end, even though I started at the very beginning. So if you want to go in now, guys. Don't wait. All right. And we're going to jump forward here. Well, let's jump backwards here. Look at that. I love looking at this. 548,770,142 worth of Hex sacrificed alone. Absolutely amazing. All right. Now, I'm going to go to a few projects here that were brought to my attention. One of them, actually, was brought to my attention. The other, he had 2 projects. I didn't care for one of them, but Trayvon James tweeted this one out, and I found it to be pretty interesting. It's called PulseVerse. They have a very active Telegram group. If you're not on Telegram, I suggest that you get on there. Ton of information. I mean, you could grill these guys. Is it grill or drill? I think it's grill. Anyway, ask them a ton of questions on there. You can find out about this project. But it looks like PulseVerse discover, collect, and sell amazing NFTs on the world's first centralized NFT marketplace on Pulse Chain. So, like I said, get on Telegram, get on Twitter, see what's going on with this project. Right now it's just on a test net. 'Cause I saw this. I was like, place bid. How can you place bid on something that doesn't exist? And what it is it's like based on a test net right now. So I'm pretty sure. But yeah, it's pretty cool. Thought you guys would find it interesting. I'll leave a link in here. Like I said, I don't like doing research videos, but I love bringing things to you guys' attention. So yeah, and I want to play this so bad, but I played Liquid Loans video the other day, and YouTube hit me with a copyright infringement. So I was like, okay. So I had to silence it. So it still played, but it was silenced. So I'm not even going to do it this time, even though I want to. I didn't even play it earlier. But yeah, definitely get out there and check out this page, PulseVerse.io. If it is legit, make sure you guys are supporting what's the word I want to use? Make sure you're supporting the Pulse Chain. Screw it. The original developers, the guys willing to take a risk on Pulse Chain and build directly for Pulse Chain, which is, in my opinion, much better because, as you know, I am a big fan of Cardano, but I'm separating the videos out. There's too much cross fighting between the groups. It's kind of funny, but I like it when the projects are built for that blockchain. They're not trying to bridge it later or any crap like that. It's being built for them. So PulseVerse is being built for Pulse Chain. I do love that. Of course, we talked about Liquid Loans. I had that in my older videos. You can check it out. Liquid Loans has a lot of potential. I'm probably going to use Liquid Loans because it really hurt sacrificing my HEX. And I sacrificed a pretty serious chunk of HEX recently. And now I'm looking at Liquid Loans going, damn, I wish they were around. Because you know what I could have done with Liquid Loans? I could have, well, if, in the future, if it was something similar situation, I could have put my Pulse Chain, say I'm in love with my Pulse Chain, like I'm in love with HEX. I could have put my Pulse Chain on there as collateral, took their loan, sacrificed the loan, and wrote it out. And, just paid back a little bit here and there over time. It's a very dangerous tool there, guys. I mean, it can get pretty elaborate. But if you overextend yourself, credit cards, it's not a credit card, but I can see people overextending themselves and then they end up getting liquidated. So it's one of those things where you gotta be careful with, guys. But I'm definitely very interested in liquid loans. I'm not endorsed or paid. I doubt they even know I exist. But yeah, look into liquid loans, guys. It's definitely an interesting project, and it is built for Pulse Chain and Pulse Chain alone. Pulse Doge is another one. This one's just a meme coin. Excuse me. There were a bunch of them that came out of woodwork a little while back. This is the one that seemed like it made it. Got the most public approval. And yeah, it's a pretty cool project. Some pretty cool memes going. They're going to have staking and all kinds of cool stuff. Check it out on, they should be on Telegram. Yep. Check it out on Telegram. Check it out on Twitter. And like I said, I had some experiences with these guys, and I think they're legit. I think they're the real deal. I think it's worth your attention. But at the end of the day, it's a meme coin, and it's a meme coin. It's fun. But do not, do not go all in on no meme coin like Pulse Doge, not Pulse Doge, but Doge, Shiba Inu. But this one actually offers more than they do, so it's definitely worth looking into because it's going to have a whole staking and yada, yada, yada. It's worth looking into. All right. This is some Pulse Chain stuff. Nothing important. This is what I was trying to find out the total amount sacrificed to Pulse Chain. And then I was like, oh, that's right. They took it off because they took the address off because people were still sacrificing to the wrong thing. Gotta love it. And I believe that's it. That's just Twitter. All right, wrapping up. But if you're not on Twitter, you got to get there. There's so much information on there for just crypto in general. I mean, even Richard Hart. I mean, ton of information. He's always tweeting stuff. Telegram groups are huge, guys. You got to get in them. You're doing yourself a disservice if you're not. All right, well, that's it for today with HEX, PulseX, and Pulse Chain. I will be doing another video for the rest of the market if you're interested. If not, it's cool. But yeah, that's it. All right, make sure that you subscribe. It helps me a lot, guys. You have no idea. It really does. And make sure you hit that like button. And with all that said, here it goes. Stay happy, stay blessed, and most of all, stay profitable. All right, guys.